If you're someone that regularly feels stressed or overwhelmed, I'm going to show you a technique that might substantially improve your day-to-day life. It's very quick. It can be done in just a few minutes. You can do it pretty much any time, and it can be done right within your notes, no matter where that is. So I'm going to be doing this in Reflect. If you need a note-taking app, head to reflect.app and you can sign up for a free trial. But you could do this anywhere, although I will say it would be a little bit harder in a notebook if you're writing it by hand. But first, let's talk a little bit about why we get overwhelmed. So our brains are very, very good at creating thoughts and ideas and connecting them through associations. Oftentimes, these manifest as to-do list items in our head that we think of, things that we need to get done, or maybe even things that we forgot to get done. And when this collection starts to pile up faster than we can accomplish it, it gets very, very uncomfortable and feels a little bit like we're drowning. Now, this technique is not only going to relieve that discomfort, but it's actually a very productive way to end up with an ideal to-do list for your day or your week or whenever. So let's dive in and get started doing the actual mind dump. The first thing you're going to want to do is set up a note in your notes app. I just titled mine Mind Dump. But the important thing is to make it very, very accessible. So I have mine pinned on the left-hand side here so that I can always pull it up quickly. If you want, you could link to it from the home screen of your phone. You could add the link to your desktop and be able to access it anytime easily from there. But the most important thing is that you set up whatever system that will make it super, super easy for you to call on this list at any moment in time. And for mine here, I've got some list items that I've written out ahead of time, so you don't have to watch me write them down on this video. But I like to have one single list where I just put everything that's swimming around in my mind that I maybe need to do in the day. And you can see some of these things are work related. Some of these things are related to my personal life, like related to a car or picking up dog food. And they're not in any particular order. It's literally whatever order they pop into my head with. And the reason it doesn't matter is because the second step after you get everything down is going to be prioritizing. But before you get to prioritizing or thinking about any of these in detail, you want to make sure that your mind is completely empty. So keep writing down to-do list items until you can't really think of them anymore. And I'll warn you, your list is probably going to be much longer than this. This is just sort of a sample list for this demo video. But once you feel quite confident that everything has been recorded, then you can move into the prioritizing stage. So what we're going to want to do is put all of the to-do list items at the top that are absolutely necessary to accomplish in the day. So answer all emails. I'm currently doing some customer support emails and I don't want anyone to go unanswered. So I'm going to leave that in the top category. Get oil changed on car. I'm actually going to move that down to the bottom because that could be done anytime in the next few days. This payment's due today. So I'm actually going to put that as the top one because I really need to do that. Record it, the next YouTube video, that's this. And I do want to do that today. So I'm going to leave that as well. But make next week's content schedule. I'm going to move that down to the bottom. That doesn't need to be done today. The SEO site audit, I did promise someone I would do that today. So I'm going to leave that there. Don't really need to migrate my 401k account today. I don't really need to look for a new VA. I am out of dog food. So I'm going to leave that one up so that my dog can eat tonight and reach out to new interview guests. That's kind of important, but also doesn't really need to be done today. So now we have these at the top that we need to do. What I like to do is add a little star next to them to make these a priority item. And you could use whatever system you want. I've seen some people who do this by splitting up into categories where they have high priority, medium, low, etc. But I like to keep it pretty simple because what I'm going to do now is I can take these items that are essential to get done today and I can put them into my daily to-do list. And then I still have these. These have not been lost. They're out of my head. I don't need to worry that I'm going to lose them in my head anymore. They are now recorded in my notes and I can put them into whatever to-do list system I want. And that's pretty much it. You do the mind dump, you prioritize them. And again, you do this anytime you're feeling overwhelmed. So in 4 hours, I start to think of new things that are kind of stressing me out, that are swimming around in my head. I'm just going to come back to this list and I'm going to add them. And I can then say, is this essential to get done today? Or can I leave this till later? And the last recommendation I'll make is I really think it's a great idea doing this at least 2 times a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. When you do it in the morning, it starts your day off on a hyper organized front where You have the sense of calm. You know exactly what needs to be done. Everything kind of blends together quite smoothly with your mind. And now the benefit in the evening is similarly, you're going to get all this stuff out of your head, but at night, it's not going to keep you up. So if you struggle with sleep issues, or if your to-do list tends to keep you up at night because you keep thinking of things, then just do a mind dump before bed. Get it all out of your head, get it all into your notes, and you don't even have to do the prioritization. You can save that for the morning and pick up right where you left off. So it can be a relaxing kind of end of the day routine that you make. And I do promise it helps you sleep a lot better. So do this twice a day, do it for a week or two, and you'll likely find that not only do you feel much better and much less overwhelmed, but you're actually much more productive as well.